Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently chilling for right now, but I think I have a bit of a plan for going forward. We are about to have our truce with Sind wear out here. That is going to be in approximately a year here, so that'll give us a time to regenerate a little bit of manpower and build up this army over here, hopefully. We'll see how much we actually end up getting, but they are only allied with Jampur at this point, and Jampur is only allied with Sind. So we can co-belligerent them. And that's amazing. That's going to be the exact plan for now, assuming that nothing changes in the next year, which it might. It is theoretically possible. So let's continue to boost this army up a little bit. We're going to need to go to what? 36,418. Okay, yep, we can definitely do that. So it'll take a little bit of time to get this army built up, but that's okay. We need to get a lot of manpower, but we are currently generating about 4,000 per month. So that is absolutely wonderful. That's all of our cannon here. We did just lose a general. Can we get one from the emirs? No, actually, we can't do that right now. So we're going to have to spend some military power on it. Or we could have our heir or our ruler be the leader. Do we want to? Hang on, let's check in here. Our ruler is actually quite good. 662. And our heir is what sort of skill here? 443? Or actually, our ruler is 603. Never mind. It's actually still okay. Not terrible. And we've got that morale of armies, land leader maneuver. Both of these are non-awful, right? Like, middle of the road here would be 9 pips. And this is 9 pips. It's just distributed in a slightly strange way. So this is a mediocre leader in terms of stats. And then we've got this leader here, who is actually a bit above average. So that's wonderful. In that case, I think we're just going to roll up a general. So let's just roll a general for now. And we're going to do something like that. That is a mediocre general, I think. 1331. Yeah, that's pretty mediocre indeed. But that's okay. So we're going to hop over here. We need about 30 more units of infantry. Otherwise, this army is nearly ready to go. It'll take a little time for the cannon to get here, but that's fine. And we are going to get that done pretty quickly, all things considered. No major concerns there. Now, we do want to adopt industrialization as soon as we can, right? That is a pretty high priority. That tax modifier and manpower modifier would be absolutely phenomenal. The natives aren't assisting us. There are natives? Okay, I guess there are natives. I don't know where there are natives, but sure. There are now natives. Russia canceled the right to military access that we gave them, and that's fair enough. I just saw... Where are we taking attrition at? Here. Ah, okay, that makes sense. It's January. So we are going to build a supply depot here, and that'll fix that problem for the time being. Now, moving more towards legalism or mysticism, we've already determined that we want to be going towards mysticism here, and that is indeed the direction that we will go for the time being. So this truce is about to be up. I want to move these guys here. I want to move these guys here. And this unit is still being built. So I'm going to grab this unit, and we're going to bring them down over here. And of course, in the meantime, 17,000. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess it's been a couple months. We will recruit a bunch of infantry here. We're very close to having this army capped out. Very, very close. So we'll bring this up to 34 next month, which is actually perfect timing. I like it. Okay, so we can get that going. We can have these guys drill, but there's not actually a reason to. I want to basically instantly declare on Sind and Jampur here. How strong is Jampur right now? And we should also double check that they haven't made any alliances. They have not. Okay. 47k, that is not spooky at all. Sind is, of course, extraordinarily weak as well. So this should be no problem. I'm going to move into Karan over here, and Armenian revolutionaries have risen up over this way. Armenia can handle that, to be honest. Okay, let's stand by the Dhimmi for right now. That'll be fine. And we're just going to position here. Let's give it one more tick because I see that these guys need a little bit more morale, but that should be absolutely fine. We can declare this war right now. Jampur would join, and we can just co-belligerent them, and that's absolutely fine. We could call in Gujarat, but we don't need it. We really don't need Gujarat here, and we kind of want to take stuff that they probably want. So we're going to just do this. Phenomenal. A lot of our armies just stopped drilling, and a lot of our armies want to remain drilling. Although, Armenia is not walking over here to fight their revolutionaries. Let's just head up there and see what we get done over this way. These guys should be drilling, absolutely, and these guys should be drilling as well. Cool. I want to check in real quick on our troop count. 456 out of 499. Okay, noted. This will go up a little bit higher yet, so that's okay. So for now, we want to move into these locations. We don't... Well, that would cap us on our prestige. It would slightly over-cap us. I'm going to take the cash here. I think that's absolutely fine. So we're going to head into these areas over here. We just lost a naval battle over here, hilariously. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. Scandinavia was building a spy network. I'm also not shocked about that one. And this is almost built up at this point, this army. This battle happened before we... That's awkward. This battle happened like a day before the month tick. I was concerned about that, but I didn't actually do anything about it. That said, now Armenia is willing to fight that. So I guess that's okay. We'll just go sit in calm. No problem there. We have an imperialism CB against the Papal State. That sounds amazing. I would love to do that. Is this being built where this missionary is? No, there's no units in the queue. Where is our unit being built at here? It just isn't. Okay. There was no unit being built. So 15 August. Let's head in down over this way. I'm not going to wait on that. Venice proclaimed themselves as the naval hegemon. Okay. And now Gujarat is declaring against Sindh. What happens here if we accept this to our war? We have the same war. Do the wars get combined? We've already occupied over here. Who's the war leader in that case? I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to make a save here. In fact, it would help if I go to the menu here. I'm going to make a quick save here. And we'll see what ends up happening. Okay. I don't know. We accepted. We're not actually in the war. Okay. Interesting. I did not expect it to necessarily work that way. But okay, we have occupation over here already, so that's all good. No major issue there. And I mean, we're not going to be able to take everything from Jampur. This is definitely a Gujarat coattail war. It's interesting that we accepted their deal, and then nothing happened. I guess we'll allow it. And they're going to fight the Jampurian army over here, so we don't have to. I like it. We will continue to take over territory over this way. I want to take their capital, and we'll move these guys on in, with these guys moving over to here. We have access through Jampur. They give access through Saran. Okay. That's very intriguing. Spain entered into a treaty of support independence for our disloyal vassal. That is rude. Very, very rude indeed of them. Oh, that reminds me. There was somebody that I noticed, and I'm trying to remember who it was willing to ally us. It was Venice. That's who it was. Are they still willing to? They're currently threatened by us. Interesting. They were friendly before I started this episode. So they would actually accept an alliance. I'm not sure we want to. They're only 157k with no manpower, although they did just name themselves the naval hegemon. So maybe? I don't know. Maybe. Let's have these guys move back to Tikrit, and I'm going to have this force move up to Com. That'll be fine. And then these two can go to their station points here and here. So that'll be fine. Oh, we have 3 armies over here. Right. That is correct. We don't have access through Bengal. That's okay. We'll see how much we can actually get from Jampur. At the very least, I want this chunk up here. That would be ideal. But, oh, we actually won their capital siege very, very quickly there. Okay. We'll see how much we can manage to get with Gujarat here, doing their coattail war. Are we leading the siege, or is Gujarat? Gujarat is. Okay. So this is going to be mildly awkward here for sure. I'm going to go grab this area. So we at least have some continuity with our occupation here. Bengal's so discontent. That's fine. And these guys are basically done. There's not really anything else for them to do in this war, so we're going to head back to Samarkand. Sindh wants peace. I'm not surprised about that. We'll see how much of Jampur remains after this war. I'm not expecting much, to be honest. So it looks like Gujarat might end up getting a significant amount of occupation here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, they're cutting us off down this direction, and that's probably reasonably okay. How much can we even get out of this is a question we have to ask. I mean, quite a bit is the remarkable answer here. We can definitely get quite a bit out of that. This is more than 100% of war score. So it would end up being maybe something like this. Perhaps. I think we'll send these guys back to a station point. So that's going to be back at Row. That's okay. And we'll just finish this occupation, and we're basically done with this war now. So we can head back to Moghastan. We're only at 79% war score right now, but they're going to be full occupied pretty quickly here. So, looking at Jaunpur here, they would not accept this because demands exceed war score. Fair enough. And of course, we're looking to full annex Sindh over here. That is absolutely something that we're looking to do. Sindh is occupied down here a little bit. We can invest in an idea. This would be an economic idea. We probably still want to get some admin tech, though, to be honest. So that'll be fine. So Gujarat will have this taken care of quite soon. It's definitely stepping on our toes a little bit that they declared this. No doubt about that. I had hoped that they wouldn't. But luckily, we got the important bits, so that's fine. Russian separatists up here will need to be dealt with, so we'll go do that. That'll take a little bit of time to get there, no doubt about that. Jampuri revolutionaries. That's really, really awkward. Actually, we need to force march these, don't we? We're going to force march them down. Because Gujarat could take this, and that would cut off our ability to core a lot of this. Can we do peace right now? We'd have to back off a little bit. Oof. Those revolutionaries are very poorly placed for us. Because now, we can't take this territory down here. Gujarat got there first. That was really, really unfortunate. Now we have to wait for Gujarat to end their war. No way around it. We have to wait. So we can't piece this out just yet. Very, very sad. Nogai embraced industrialization. Good for them. And we're going to unforce march here. Let's head over to Delhi for right now. And we'll just sit there for the moment. Hopefully they'll exit their war pretty quickly here. They're only at 42%. They cannot occupy their war goal, though. So that is definitely noted. We can grab an admin tech here, and I'm going to do so. That'll be some production efficiency. That's absolutely fine. Sindh wants peace. No shockers there. And they're just going to full occupy down here. We'll see what their plan is. Any particular opinion here, Gujarat? You gonna exit this war? Unconditional surrender from Sindh. Okay, that's very awkward indeed. So as far as Jampur goes, we could take this. I really want Gujarat to exit their Coattail War. Like, really, really, really badly. I do want these guys to get drilling. No doubt about that. And these guys up here can make their way back down to wherever they were stationed, which I think was here. Yeah, that'll be good. No problem whatsoever there. Are you drilling? Yes, you are. And you could be drilling, but I'm not going to drill you just for this moment. So we're at 100% war score. What would it look like if we did a piece here? This is an unconditional surrender. So we can take this. It's super non-ideal. Gujarat is making me very upset right now. Can we enforce peace on our ally? That would be very awkward, no doubt about it. We cannot enforce peace because we need to be able to declare war on the target. Okay. Well, we are going to have some awkwardness here. That's for sure. We're going to have some call for peace. That's going to give us a bunch of war exhaustion because Sind unconditionally surrendered. But we're not in a position to accept that unconditional surrender. Gujarat's at 51% war score right now. So that is definitely noted. They don't really have enough to want to peace out. You guys are jerks. Can you not? This is our war. Very rude. Very, very rude. So, what can we do about it? Well, not really much, to be honest. Basically, what we can do is we can just take war exhaustion. We are building up a lot of manpower in this time. So there is that. We could expand out our armies. And that's not a terrible concept. Not a terrible concept at all. We could take these up to half-width backlines. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that. So we'll get these guys selected as well. All of these units, you can get to drilling. There we go. Something like that should do the trick. Excellent. I really want Gujarat to exit their war first. I don't know if they're going to. They're very rude. 51 is what they're at. I think they're waiting for us to exit the war. Honestly, I would have, if it wasn't for the revolutionaries that took this spot back. That was such unfortunate luck there, that those revolutionaries just happened to spawn right there at that moment. Very, very sad. Revolutionary ideas will spread to the lower Yemen area, or we could just fight 29 revolutionary regiments, and that is fine. We can definitely do that. So this unit here is full size, and we would end up walking through Ottoman territory. Do it. Honestly, we're looking at being in this war for a while, so we'll see how that goes. Moving more towards mysticism would be fine. We are absolutely okay with that. We're at 28 mysticism, or rather 28 legalism right now. We're struggling to move back that way. I really want Gujarat to exit their war. We'll spend a little diplomatic power here, though. That's fine. So how much is this now? Yeah, we can see that this monthly war exhaustion is building up very, very quickly. We're up to 1.01 now. We can definitely take this war exhaustion for a little bit. But it's going to be rough. These guys are total jerks right now. They should not have declared their coattail war. I'm actually thinking about breaking our alliance over this, to be honest. I am considering it. They are still useful against Bengal. But maybe we replace them with Venice. That might not be a bad idea, actually. Okay, we just had a succession, and this guy's 414. So, I mean, that's not necessarily... Hang on. Oh, this is a new heir. Right. I was confused for a moment there. This guy is exactly normal in terms of, like, he's Very mediocre in terms of stats. This guy's slightly above average. So that's okay for now. Oh, hang on. They exited their war. Okay. Beautiful. So we're going to head in over here. I want to take a quick look at this. So this would be 94 war score here. Gotcha. Directly against Jumpor. This would be 74. We cannot claim that since it's not controlled by us or our allies, which is understood. So we can just head down over here. I'm glad they exited their war. I don't think we're going to be able to vassalize Jumpur. That's 112% war score. That's really close, actually. But unfortunately, we're not able to. But that is very, very close. Moving more towards mysticism. Thank you very much. Yeah, Bengal is supporting independence. That's deeply unsurprising. Only Arabia is loyal at this time, and we're still working on annexing Arabia. So that's okay. We're going to continue to push through here. Babur died. That was our new heir, or our old heir, right? Yeah, that's exactly who that was. The new one is actually pretty decent stat-wise. Okay, we'll take that. That's absolutely fine. And we just need to head down here and finish up this war very swiftly. So I want to get this occupied over here, and let's take a look at what we can actually get at this point out of a peace deal with Sind, who has, remember, unconditionally surrendered. Okay, so we do actually want this to be a separate peace with Jampur. We can do something like this. It's very awkward, though. It'll have to be this, I think. I don't love it, but it'll do. Okay, so that gets us a little bit. We need to tick a day, and now we need to demand the full annexation of Sind, and that is indeed exactly what we'll do. Phenomenal. So those wars are now done. I'm going to move these guys up to Ro. I believe we had another army that was supposed to be stationed here, but it currently is not. And then, yeah, you're back there. Perfect. No problem whatsoever. Could we raise another army? We would end up going over our force limit, but I think it's probably okay. No problem, I think. So we can seize land here. Is this good? Yep, do it. Absolutely. And we can definitely set an agenda here, too. Overextension of less than 1% for 50 admin power. That's not terrible. Building a stock exchange for a base production, though? We could definitely do that. So that would end up being trade depot up to stock exchange. Excellent. We'll get that going. Next up, we'll need to get these cores underway. These are pretty expensive cores, to be honest. So that'll take a little bit to get that all done. I do want to, over here in Delhi, I want to not hire a mercenary. I want to recruit a regiment, and that's going to be a flying battery. Okay, so that all looks good. We're going to need to continue to core here. This is going to be an expensive core, so we're going to save up for 212. That'll be fine. And these guys are going to head on back to Ro and start drilling. So I'm going to get us another army here. Scandinavia was building a spy network. We know that Austria, Scandinavia, we know that Bengal is angry at us, and we know that we need to build the supply depot here. And we also know that Spain has entered into a treaty of support independence, so we need to boost up our troop count. And now is not the time to break an alliance with Gujarat. So we'll get there, but definitely not now. But I do want to get this additional army built. That is going to be quite important to appear more powerful on paper. We'll bring that up to 20, up to 4, and then this is going to go up to 36. And we'll have to grow into this a little bit. We could, in theory, construct the conscription centers to drop a couple of... To bring up our land force limit, it needs to be by 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Something like that. That would do the trick, even if we didn't get anything from coring and from reducing autonomy, which we will. So that'll be absolutely fine. We're currently gaining 10 admin power per month. We could lose the stability or some government reform progress. We'll lose the government reform progress because we don't care about government reform progress. We can expand our administration out a bit, but We really don't care beyond that. So that's all absolutely fine. At this point, once our truce with Jampur is up, Gujarat might take them over before we can get there. That's fine if they do. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm leaning towards no on this because they were just jerks to us. But in the end, we got pretty much what we wanted, so I'm going to give it to them, but with a strongly worded letter. Definitely. So there's a conversion finishing. Perfect. And it is, at this point, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to grow into our army size. That shouldn't be too difficult, actually. We should be, yeah, we're already up by 1. So we're going to be considerably over that. Or not considerably, but a little bit over that at least, once we get these conscription centers finished up. So that shouldn't be a problem in the slightest. Then we'll have to figure out where we want to go next. I'm thinking maybe a Bengal War? Quite possibly. Or perhaps a Scandinavia war. They're allied with Spain. That's right out. Okay. So no war with Scandinavia unless we can find a way to fight them without fighting Spain. That would mean fighting Oldenburg, and that's quite a long ways away. I don't know about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.